It's so sad when women are still trying to figure out what is their purpose. I don't think it's so sad when the journey is you're still trying to unravel it, but you're still putting yourself in uncomfortable positions that need to be answered when some of this could be common sense to not be used up, to not be degraded, to not put yourself out there as an open canvas to be written on, to be wrote about, to be talked about, to have some things left for self respect. That comes to me taking a deeper dive into the world of Megan Good. When we think of Megan Good, we think of the music videos that Megan Good has been in. We think about the illustrious career that she has had through the years. And before we knew of prominent, voluptuous lips, that was Megan Good. Megan Good was that symbol for that grown woman that was that it girl. Not the girl next door, but that it girl, the breakout girl. Like, she doing it. She gets to be smart. She gets to be the popular girl. She gets to be the girl that is liked. She gets to be the girl that's liked by the guys. But she's not no bimbo. She's just that it girl. Very talented in what she does. Then she meets Devon Franklin eventually, who she does go on to marry, and Megan set the precedence of she's not going to be the type of first lady that people may have in their minds. Devon Franklin said openly, well, his wife can wear what she wants to wear, which I found that a little questionable. Being a first lady, I'm not saying you got to be turtlenecked up or turtleneck down. But when she got with Jonathan Majors eventually, it just seemed like things took a turn. We're hearing that Megan is taking care of, allegedly, his child support. She's also paying for his dog training, allegedly. She's being the breadwinner while he's going through the situation of basically losing what he once had. She's supporting him emotionally, financially, and whatever else ways mentally to keep him, afloat. That he is still that man and worthy to be praised and elevated and anointed. He still has favor. He is still a chosen. He is a talented actor that God has his hand on. But Megan seemed like she was overreaching, overstretching, over articulating about what a man, what a mighty good man. I think in relationships, I can understand sometimes people are more balanced than others, but ever since Jonathan Majors came around and said he wanted a woman who was like Miss Coretta Scott King, and Betty Shabazz. Well, I don't recall Miss Coretta Scott King nor Miss Betty Shabazz having an open, like, revealing attire on, showing their stomach, showing their upper half, showing their legs. I understand it was a different time, but is that what you really wanted? Or was this like a PR stunt? Because see, now it's being a statement being made, allegedly by PR, public relations, that they are still together. Megan makes the money she makes. He was making the money that he makes, or makes the money that he makes. I don't know if he's got that styrofoam roll just yet, or this roll that's done pulled him up out of that drama he had himself convicted of, or not convicted of, or whatever he had going on with his past girlfriend, his past love interest. But it makes me wonder, why was the PR person involved in this? Why couldn't y'all just have gone on with y'all lives what you choose to show us, everyday people, on your live or on your reels that y'all are together. And if it's real, it don't look real. It don't look real. The only time that still look real is when Michael Ealy was picking Megan Good up and swinging her around. The only time it looked real is when when Jonathan Mayers looked like he was jealous of her getting her shine on starring in that Tyler Perry production. The only time it looked real when he was looking at her sideways. The only time it looked real when he was up there crying because he knew he had to put on a performance about him loving her loving him. Because it was probably time to have a child support payment to be deposited. It just don't look real to me. But when they, like I said, had to bring the PRs in who had to be paid, they had to be paid for it. But ain't nobody out here working for free to represent an image out here. Megan Good seemed like she just kind of got herself tied up in a situation. You can't be out here helping everybody when you need to start with yourself. It wasn't that long ago where this woman, got divorced and they said they'll always be friends. Eventually, Devon Franklin met someone. Allegedly, it was Megan Good's trainer. I don't know if that's true or not, if the story got confused somewhere along the lines. But, she's looking like she's moved on with her life to date someone. But who in their right mind, soon as they get a divorce a year, 2, 3 years later, and you wind up having to support somebody in all thine ways, not just financially, but gosh, emotional strain can take quite a weight on you too before you know it. So now she's still the girl who could still act and still get her acting on, but then it becomes this challenging situation where you still acting. She is a few years older than him. He's still trying to get his acting on. Sometimes men do have a little bit more longevity in the acting world than a woman does. Is Jonathan still going to be around if he does get this breakthrough role that he desires to prove to the masses, I'm still that Jonathan who deserves this? I just had a little bump in the road along the way, a little mishap that happened, but I'm trying to correct it. No, see, you got women like Megan. I can fix it. I misfix it. I love you. You need me. We're going to turn this around. We're going to be a power couple. Not everybody's meant for you to be a power couple with. Then you got, I just wish women would put on some clothes. I really do. You got Taraji, who was recently on the Sherri Shepherd show. And Sherri showed her different looks, with this haircut that she's rocking. And Taraji didn't look all that great to me. She said she was at some concert of Usher's and she was lit. Put on some clothes, Taraji. You look better. Taraji looked great going onto the show with the green attire that she had on. She looked wonderful. Here lately, Tracee Ellis Ross has been out there. Diana Ross's daughter, thinking that she's the it girl, like as if she's in her 20s. What are you out there doing, Tracee? Pull back. I don't understand why women don't think by the time they reach their late 30s, 40s, approaching 50s, are in the 50s, that they can't just put some clothes on and think that they're not going to be respected or desired. You might be surprised. You might get a lot further. You might be able to think a little bit more clearly when you put some clothes on. That way you don't have to be worried about, is this in place? Is this not in place? Is this holding up? Is this not holding up? Let's say if you have a little girdle on underneath, you don't have to worry about the undergarment showing because it's already covered with what you already have on. You don't have to worry about it seeping through because you're not showing through much. As I always say, women need to get back to basics. Love themselves, respect themselves, put themselves first. Have in mind what it is that they really want out of life. And if you can, find somebody to fall in the protocol, you can fall in their protocol. Why not? But Megan Good, Don't start off from the bare minimum especially when you're older than him. You know more, girl. Use that to your advantage. And if y'all can grow together, grow. If you can't, cut them off.